Hello, I'm Dr. Asa Lee, the president of Pittsburgh Theological Seminary, and I'm excited to add my voice to the leading voices of the Lewis Center for Church Leadership. For me, one of the central aspects of my leadership and ministry and what I look for in leaders around me is courage. Courage is often misconstrued as being this concept that is charging into a fire or heading towards where the emergency is. And while that is an aspect of courage, in ministry and ministry leadership, courage is much more mundane and is much more contextual. Courage requires us to say the truth in meetings where there is fear about speaking the truth. Courage is declaring, not in the spaces that everybody sees, but in the intimate relationships of being in community with others, the hard aspects of holding people accountable, engaging in truth-telling backwards and forwards, and being willing to be vulnerable in those spaces. This is really difficult work, and oftentimes many of our communities struggle for the fact that leaders are not courageous. Let me say this: courage is first a contextual thing. What looks courageous in one context is normative in another. And so understanding that your community, wherever you're serving, might require you to be different is in and of itself an important leadership quality. But then doing and living out the thing that they need could be courageous, depending upon how that community's experienced it. So for one context, you may have leaders who are accustomed to being vulnerable, but not necessarily always telling the truth about what needs to happen. Coming in as a truth-telling leader may make you, may take some risks. That's first. Secondly, courageous leadership is an embodied act. As we've experienced leadership in a lot of different spaces, sometimes the courage is just simply showing up. I'm the first African American and first non-Presbyterian president of a 230-year-old Presbyterian seminary. That means when I walk into a space, the sheer fact I'm in that space, even though I may say the same things as other presidents may have said, because it's now packaged in this body, that act is courageous. And that can be just as true if you're a woman in leadership, if you're an ethnic minority leading a cross-racial appointment. All of these are important qualities to remember. Lastly, courage in leadership takes an authentic self-awareness. Courage is not just performance. Courage in leadership requires you to dig deep and understand who you are and then lead from that place. And sometimes that means who you are as a leader is going to push your community to its edge. But if you understand who you are and you're able to lead in those ways, then the whole community and you benefit. So that means self-care is important. That means taking time to check in with others, to know who you are. Those are really important. So being a courageous leader is important in this day and age and sorely needed in a lot of our institutional environments. And it's something that I think we all need to have. So thank you for this time and hope to see you leading courageously.